Come, boss, you good?
Have you checked out the Saturday in Frankfurt yet?
No.
No? Saturday in Frankfurt.
What's that? What is that?
Oh, well, you should find out about them.
Give me a quick synopsis.
Oh, all right, 1666.
Yeah.
This guy, Jewish guy, in Saloniki, which is Ottoman Empire,
Right.
he announces to the world that he's a new Messiah. But their religion is called redemption through sin.
Okay.
So do the opposite of what's good in the Old Testament, do the opposite.
Is it there? Yeah. But is it connected to the Bible itself, though? Because anybody could say something about Old Testament and New Testament.
Basically, they are the synagogue of Satan.
That's a Jewish man.
That's them. No, they are the synagogue of Satan.
That's a Jewish man. Jewish man is known as a synagogue.
Revelation still. Huh? Of Satan.
Yeah, Revelation says that. Revelation 2 and
That's right. That's it.
Right. The synagogue of Satan is a so-called Jewish man. Yeah. Where does he preach, or where does he go for his house of God? The synagogue. Right, so the black man's not saying he's going to the synagogue. The Chinese man, the only man that's going to the synagogue is the so-called Jewish man. And he owns the world. He runs the world at the moment.
We know that.
Yeah, he's got all the wealth, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers. They own us as well, because you've got a birth certificate and that national insurance. Yeah, we've got all that. We're owned by them. So what it is now, they're trying to bring in their new world order.
Right.
And what does that contain? Depopulation.
That is part of the agenda. Agenda 21, Agenda 30.
Right.
All that.
All that. Depopulation. So why? Because they don't need us no more. They've got artificial intelligence.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. So they're going to replace us with robots and androids.
Robot army.
Yeah. They got Elon Musk now has opened a company with androids.
That's right.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So what it is, they're going to get rid of these. See these people walking around. They haven't got a clue that by the end of the year, they said there's going to be food shortages.
October.
Right. So they're manufacturing it. Do you hear about in America all them factories what are all burning down?
And the planes that went into the processing.
Yeah. But they were burning them down. So what it is, even the farmers, they told the farmers to start burning the crops and killing their animals.
They did it last year.
Right. They was paying them for it as well. Why is this? Because they're bringing in a famine. Yeah, a famine.
They
Famine's
did
coming.
the same thing, right? Start the French Revolution.
Right.
Yeah, what it was. In the north, Iceland, right? Big
Yeah.
volcano exploded. So the north of Europe, Scotland up there, there was famine because of the block of sun.
Right.
But in the south of France, it didn't affect it. So the Duke of Orleans in the south, in the middle of France, he bought up all the grain and wheat and he caused an artificial famine.
Right.
That's how they
But in the
operate.
Bible, do you remember Joseph went to Egypt and he told them to save the grain for 7 years and it's going to be famine.
Yeah.
So there's nothing new under the sun.
No, of course there is.
All it does is just you're Greek, ain't you? Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And Athens.
Yeah. So you know all about the Greek history, Alexander and all that, yeah?
But I tell you what though, pre-Alexander,
Yeah, Macedonia, Philip of Macedonia.
Yeah. About that time, the Greeks had never heard of Jews. That is strange.
Yeah, but remember the Greeks conquered the Jews. If you know about the Maccabees.
I know about that. But I'm saying up until then, they'd never heard of it. So that makes me query.
Yeah, because you know why? You know why? Because the Greeks only called themselves Greeks when they conquered the Etruscans.
Oh, the Etruscans, yeah.
Right, and the Minoans. They're the ones what was in Europe at that time.
Yeah.
So when Alexander conquered all the way into India. Did you know that? He went all the way. Well, he wasn't called Pakistan.
No, but he went up to Afghanistan.
It's called Asia at the time. He went all the way up there.
Afghanistan, he went.
Yeah, he went all the way. You know
They
where
still
he
call
went.
themselves up there in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
The sons of Alexander, they got blue eyes.
Oh, okay.
They call themselves.
All right. So you know what happened to the conquer, innit? You rid of the men and you take the women as spoils, as food, and you impregnate the women. So that's why you got a lot of the earth now has become light. Because when the Caucasians come into power, that's exactly what they did. The Chinese and the Japanese never used to look like that in the ancient world. They were dark skinned.
That's different, yeah.
You see what I mean? If you look at people like from what's that place called now? Thailand.
Yeah.
You see how they're dark?
Yeah.
Because they kept some of their darkness.
That's right.
But you see Chinese and Japan.
And Indonesia.
Yeah, all them places, they're kind of dark looking,
That's
but they
correct.
still got the... Do you know where them Chinese and them Japanese looking people come from? Have you heard the story about Lot and his daughters?
Yeah, I know.
Lot's daughters, they slept with their father. And what, if you sleep with a family member, what happens?
Yeah.
You get Mongolism.
Right.
So See what I mean? So that's how the Chinese and the Japanese come about. Because everybody's got a nationality. I told you before, a biblical nationality. All these modern day terms like English, French, Dutch, all these are modern day terms. Everyone's got a biblical nationality.
Like, you've got to be careful with the Caucasian thing, right? People mix it up because they come from the Caucasus.
Yeah.
Right? Where you have the Tartaria Empire and the,
Yeah, but the Caucasian-
and the Khazar Empire.
Yeah, the Khazars, yeah.
Up there, like, okay. That's called Caucasians,
Yeah.
The West Europeans were not the same.
They are well,
They went,
But
they went, they
put
went
it this way, whether you're Europe, whether you're French, German, Russian, the common denominator, you are children of Esau.
Yeah, Esau.
Alright, so what they do is when the white man comes into power, he's conquered, he divide and conquer, that's his tactic. You understand? How did Pakistan and India get split up? By Caucasian man. You understand? Divide and conquer. Right, and Esau is the father, the genitor of the so-called white man today. You see what I mean? But what it is, they hide that. They don't want that because in the Bible there is a curse what Esau's going to get. Because what is he doing now? I was going to come out and do a lesson on toxic masculinity. Have you heard of that before? What is that about?
Listen, don't blame it on the feminists. Don't blame it on feminists.
No, don't blame it on the feminists, blame it on the Rothschilds because they're the one who brought in feminism.
That's it, exactly it, right? Yeah, they want to.
Because of the money. When they could bring the woman out of the house into the work, they could get more money by taxing them. Right, so that's what they did. But what it was, this woman took on this.
About 100 years ago.
Right, but if you've got to realise, when you look at the ancient world, there was always women deities, but they worshipped. Even the Greeks, I've got
Oh, many, yeah.
I've got a book of I took it out, it's about the Greek deities.
We're
Aphrodite, they've got all these different Greek deities, and there's more than...
Demeter.
Yeah, there's more women Greek deities than men. So, like today, what does a man got to do? We've got Mother's Day before Father's Day. Did the woman come in before the man? Ask yourself this. And they talk about feminism, look, they look right, toxic masculinity, toxic... What it is, they rule this world, right? The women now run this world. You understand? But at the end of the day, that's why this society is falling, because they've elevated the women onto a man made a man first, then he made a woman for help me.
It's wokeism.
No, it's not wokeism, it's madness. That's why the society's finished, it's done. You know what I mean? These mad toxic masculinity. What the fuck's that? When women are talking about how this man and that
You
man.
can remember, right?
Yeah.
Sabbatean Frankis.
Sabbatine Frankie.
Sabbatean / Frankis, right?
Yeah.
That's, you will love that. You will love that.
Yeah, but it's a Jewish people, isn't it? Yeah. You know that, don't you? Alright, you take care. Alright, I'm going to say, Kal Halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that's the Hebrew. Yeah, because we are Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is our language. Shema, Yasha Allah, Allah Yanawa, Yahweh, Hakud, that's our language. And say double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, yeah? We're out in the highways once again, preaching the gospel, yeah? What is the gospel? Because you hear this come out of people's mouth, the gospel. The gospel means the good news. What's the good news? The blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians went into cargo slave ships. They're the Israelites, and the one they call Jesus Christ, this man here, what they portray, this white boy here, this garbage they gave us, yeah, saying that this was Jesus Christ, some white boy with long hair, looks like he come from a punk band, yeah, this is garbage, yeah, this is what they gave us. They said this is the savior, yeah, they gave the black man this and said this is your savior, yeah,
The lie about that.
yeah, but who is the savior? Who is it?
Us.
What do you mean us?
Mate.
Who's us?
Black people.
Are you black?
I am.
You are? One sec, let me ask you this question. Before you, I'm going to show you something. Yeah? Black,
I'm
yeah?
listening,
You're a
yeah.
black man, yeah?
No, I am.
What colour's my t-shirt?
Black.
What colour's my arm?
Brown.
So why you call yourself
Well,
a black
it's
man?
well, it's in general, you know, it's just...
No, it's not
I'm black,
general.
I'm a black person.
No, it's not general. This is what the white man called you when he enslaved you. Have you ever looked at the etymology of the word black?
No, not really.
It means dark, dirty, evil, soiled,
Yeah,
without
but I know
light.
that's rubbish though.
Well, so why you call yourself a black man? So you're calling yourself dark, dirty, evil, soiled, without light. You see what I mean?
If we're gonna put it that way.
Right. So
I
what
wouldn't
they've
say
done,
nothing about
what
that,
they've
but-
done to us in slavery, they've done a number or something. They've done a number on you. Because who are you? What's your nationality? Who really are you? What country is your father from?
My people from Montserrat.
Right, Montserrat. That island got a volcano, yeah?
That's right.
Right. My people are from Barbados.
Okay.
How did we get to them islands?
Well, I think what I've been told was on a ship.
Cargo
and they brought us
slave
there, innit?
ships. Right, so
Yeah.
who was we prior to we went on those cargo slave ships?
Sorry?
Who was we prior to we went on those cargo slave ships?
I think it was all in Africa, isn't it, really?
Right, we was in Africa, but are we
Yeah.
African?
Well, Egyptians. But it's all the same.
No,
We're all-
That's, no, this is what they're not telling you. We're not all the same. You got a black cat and you got a black dog. Are they the same?
No, obviously not.
Right. So we got different species, different. We're all so-called humans,
Yeah.
except the white people. They're not really humans.
No,
Humans,
no.
man of color. They ain't got no color. They're pink. They're Edomites, red people.
Yeah, that's
right. But what you got to realize is we got different lineages. Have
Yeah.
you heard of Noah's sons?
Yes, but I'm not too.
Right. Noah had 3 sons: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And after the flood, and this has been proven, there was a flood. Right. Because if you look up the earth, it's broken up. There used to be one landmass called Pangaea, they called it. Yeah. After that happened, Noah's. Because remember, only 8 people survived that flood. Because contrary to belief, they told you in the Bible some fictitious book. This book is the constitution of these people here, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are from the tribe of Benjamin. These are the things what they've been telling us, and they ain't been telling us. We are the Israelites. The same people what Moses took through the Red Sea, that's us. Right?
Yeah,
Them white
I
people.
know little piece.
Right.
Little,
Right.
not too much, but.
And that's not them Jewish people. See them people there?
Yeah.
Call themselves Jewish. They are not the real Jews. The real Jews went into cargo slave ships. Yeah, and nobody told you that the Romans and white people would have us in slavery in the last empire. Because if you know, them Jewish people, they call themselves Ish, Jewish. That's a suffix. If you add ISH onto the end of anything, it means to be pertaining to, not quite like. Like if I said you're girlish, does it mean you're a girl or acting like a girl?
Oh, here, what
Yeah?
Brilliant. Yeah, I know
Devilish,
it.
yeah? So they call themselves Jewish. They're acting as the Jews. That land was given to them during the Balfour Declaration, Lord Balfour.
I'm learning because.
1919.
They got to take what,
1919. They stole that land.
Andrew Muhammad.
All them guys, they're Arabs. They're not our people. The Arabs had us in slavery for 1400 years.
What? You talking about
Arabs.
no, he's not Arab.
They're not Ishmael and Muhammad.
Oh.
They're not our people.
Oh, I hear that.
They're our enemies as well. They're our, what is it? We've got they're our second enemy. Our number one enemy is the so-called Caucasians. And they show you that every day. George Floyd, Sandra Bland, just the way they've treated us. The number one way they treated us is this, slavery. Who done this to us? What person done this? Did we get any reparations for this? Did they ask you, and when we asked you, what did they tell us? To go to hell, innit? But they'd rather give the Jewish man reparations, innit? Every year America gives them billions of dollars. Did you know that, for the Holocaust?
We're too much for them, that's why.
It's not that we're too much, they're our number one enemy, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but we're strong, man.
We're-
We're very strong.
So how comes we ain't ruling then if we're very strong?
Well, I'm not too
How
sure.
comes
but
white boy
you know
can
what?
tell us, how comes you want to go for white boy for jobs and
Yeah,
want
you know
of
what, a lot of
everything?
black people are not together. I guess
And why is that? You got to ask yourself, you got to ask these questions. Why are we such a strong nation? We dominate everything, put us in the boxing ring, the academic world. Why are we so strong but yet still we can't come together? Huh? Do you know why? You want me to tell you why? Because we're under biblical curses. That's how we know we're not winning. Right? Biblical curses. When Moses left Egypt, just like you mentioned Egypt, what happened? God told Moses to tell the Israelites that they're going to go into another Egypt again. Why? Because we broke the laws. See, the white man will tell you that he don't believe in God, for a start. But all of a sudden, he gave us this. But he said, you know what? If there is a God, he's got to look like me. So let's give the black people a God. Did your mother have that in the house? Huh? Did any of your family have that in your house? Right, right. So this has been in your house at one time. So it's gave you a vibration. You understand? When you look
when I
at
was
it,
young, you know what I mean?
of course,
Shit you
that's
was
when you
watching,
get you.
what
They
I'm
get
saying?
you when you're young. That's the
Yeah,
best
that's
way
right.
to condition you when you're young. So that's what they've done. They condition
When you get
us.
older, then you learn.
Right, because what happens when you get a puppy? You see, when you get a puppy, what's the first thing you do with a puppy?
You got to teach it how to.
How do you teach it? When you take it on the road, how do you teach it?
Well,
They put something round his neck.
oh, you mean the,
Yeah?
oh,
You see what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So what happened to us? It's in the Bible. They put a chain round our neck, right, until we was conditioned. Then they could take the chain off,
Yeah,
and
still
then you
use
can
the
run
back
it
with the brain.
right.
Yeah, so
so they
then-
put a mental chain.
There's so
in
many
us.
tracks like that as well, my
Right.
brother. I've got to go. Sorry
Alright,
about that.
alright.
Yeah, I'll see you again because I always go to this way.
Wait, you going work or something?
No, I just finished. I'm finished.
Oh.
I'm shattered.
Oh, okay.
Kira and that, you get me?
All right, what's your name?
Lee.
Lee. Right, Lee. At the end of the day, Lee, there's going to be no work for us soon. You
Yeah, I
understand?
don't know. You know what? I'm not too sure, but you know what?
You better be sure.
Yeah, no,
because-
don't get me wrong. You
And
know
the
what?
women, you see these women walking around with their tight pants thinking they're looking good, they're going to come commodity soon. See how they're all raised up and they can walk around, sleep with all different men. They're going to get it. You're going to get it. I know, but I'm trying to tell you, see these women, they're very round. I'll come out with a lesson. Before I left my house, I saw this thing about toxic masculinity. Do you know what that is? Do you know what these women phrase? Sir, do you know what toxic masculinity is? Huh?
You know.
Like what it is, they don't like to talk to black people because when they look down on us, you see, they can't. When they see us,
Too much for
yeah,
them.
because we're just black people. What could you tell me? You was a slave. But what they don't realise is we are God's chosen, and that's the gospel. You know what the gospel means? The good news. The good news is we're gonna get.
No, we'll get our thing.
Our revenge.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
Whoa, it was like it's getting there now still. But some people to open their eyes and
Yeah, but precisely,
listen.
what are you going to do when this society falls apart? Because the Greco-Roman Empire is going to fall. No societies like the Egyptians. Where are they? You go down. You can go to the pyramids and look. The Babylonians ruled. Yeah. The Chinese ruled. You wouldn't know that, but the Japanese ruled. But the white man's had 3 cracks at it. The Greeks, the Romans, and then the rebirth. They come into power again during the Renaissance. The Renaissance means a rebirth. Because who was ruling prior to that? We was. William Shakespeare, Mozart, they were all black people. But the white man painted himself as that because it showed you the glory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they took our glory and took it on themselves.
Yeah, I know. I'm learning a lot of things at the moment.
Everything they've done.
A lot of
All
things.
these cars and mobile phones, what do you think made them?
Yeah,
Us. Yeah, we're the ones who done it.
No, it's not. No, that's-
Alright, so get right. What I'm trying to tell you, get right.
I'm
because-
getting, what do you mean? I have to. I got a choice.
Well, it says make no tarrying. Don't put it off.
Alright, my
Because this
brother.
ain't gonna last, my friend. It's not gonna last. Alright, so we're gonna go and let's see. I've spoke to the brother here. See our people, they expect that they're gonna wake up every morning and the shops are gonna go to Tesco's and it's gonna be open. Soon there's gonna be no food. Cannibalism's coming in. They've got war, rumours of wars. All this stuff is amplifying because the Lord is not happy with this place, yeah? So let's read a couple stories. Right, this is a term that these Caucasians give us, yeah? Right, what is toxic masculinity? These are terms what these Caucasians brought us, yeah? And what it is, they're attacking, this society is attacking the male figure, yeah? Because when the so-called white man come into power, everything he turned upside down, yeah? We put the women, and see these women wearing these yoga pants and all that, walking around. There's going to come a time when they're going back into dresses. Because how does women get their power? Through their bodies. It's all right, you keep walking, yeah? I've got some toxic masculinity over here, yeah? Right, this is that term, toxic masculinity, right? It goes back to women worship, yeah? There's no estrogen over here, pure estrogen, you understand? It says here, the concept of toxic masculinity is used in academia or academic and media discussions of masculinity to refer to certain cultural norms that are associated with harm to society. So what they're saying in society is a man can't be a man no more. Now I went to a story, this young boy, this woman in school put a dress. They put a dress on a young boy, right? And it's a young black boy, by the way, and his dad weren't having it. So they talk about toxic masculinity. This woman, this world is elevated the woman over the man. That's why it's all messed up now. It's finished. It's over. That's why you got food shortages. That's why you got war. That's why you got all this stuff coming. Why? Because the Bible, yeah, what these people, these Edomites, the so-called Caucasians, these people here, they call themselves white people, but I don't see nothing white about them. These people have taken over the society and they've ruined everything, because you know why? They're not the natural rulers of the planet. You understand? Their time is coming when they're going to go back into their natural state. What's their natural state? See that there? You see that there? That's their natural state, being a caveman, yeah? The caveman's on the loose. And he's bringing all this toxic masculinity and all this madness. Right, and it says, then we're going to go into the scriptures and we're going to show you order. Because what you got to realize, the God of the Bible has brought order. Yeah? But when the white man come into power, everything went out of order. It tells you that in the Apocrypha, when Alexander, the freak, the homosexual, come into power, everything was turned upside down. Evils multiplied. So when white people are in power, evils multiply. Yeah? So it says here, toxic masculinity, it says here. Traditional stereotypes of men as social dominant, right? Sorry, as socially dominant. Now you got to ask yourself this question. Is a male socially dominant? Yes, he is. Right? But now it is, they've turned all this around. Yeah? Because if a male is not socially dominant, when's the last time you see a woman changing a car tyre at the side of the road? Excuse me, sister, can I ask you a question? You ever seen a female change a car tyre at the side of the road?
No, I haven't myself.
Right, see what I mean? Well, have you seen it? How long have you been on the earth? Right, see, you ain't seen it, but you've been on the earth more than 20 years, right? See, they're still making excuses, yeah? I asked her, has she ever seen a female change a tyre at the side of the road? She said no, but she said, oh, well, it can be done, because this is their mentality. This is what we're trying to break down. They've been given this Queen of Heaven spirit, this elevation, put on a pedestal, yeah? Why? Because of the Caucasians. They're the ones what run the world, and when they multiply, it tells you wickedness. The Bible told us wickedness would multiply, and the so-called Caucasians, the red people, the Edomites, would take over. They would come with terms like toxic masculinity was total madness. You got to have dominance. That's how God made it. But because they're a godless people, they don't believe it. But that's why their society is falling apart now. You understand? Yeah, we're coming to food shortages, we're coming to lack of jobs, yeah, war, we've got Russia talking about launching nuclear missiles. You see these things? Because they're going to be launched. It's in the Bible, it's biblical. We're in biblical times. From when Christ was on the earth, right? You know the famines are coming? Do you like the famines? You don't know what famines coming? What, you ain't listening to the news? What famines? Famines.
Oh yeah.
You heard about that? Yeah. So what are you going to do? And there's no food in Tesco. They're going to eat your neighbour's dog, cat? Huh? So what are you going to do then? Eat your leather belt, like we did in Masada? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's his name? That's not his name. God don't mean just means power. That's not his name. Alright, bro. That way is death. That way is death. That's the way to death. Yeah? Yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? Right, see how people, they haven't got a clue. That's why I said my people are destroyed. Anyway, let's go back into it. Because the Lord said, the Most High said that my people will hear my voice and he's going to follow. We're going to follow him. That's why you got a lot of guys around the world teaching the gospel. Before, we didn't even know we was calling ourselves black people when I'm brown. Why do they call us black people? Because all these things are derogatory, they call it, yeah? They call us niggers, monkeys, baboons, coons, wetbacks, bow and arrows. This is all biblical. Why is that? Because we've got the Caucasians, who are the Edomites, the most wicked nation ruling. Alexander the Freak, Antiochus Epiphanes, all these were wicked ass white people, they call themselves, yeah? That says here. Toxic masculinity. Have you heard of toxic masculinity? Feminine. The worst thing is an effeminate Jake. He's been taken by that LGBTQ business, yeah, that homosexual spirit. And it says here, the traditional stereotypes as men as socially dominant, along with related traits such as misogyny and homophobia. Misogyny, it means like the hate of women. Right? Misogyny, yeah? Misogyny means the hate of women. We don't hate women, but women are out of order in this place. Go to Afghanistan or go to somewhere, one of those places, where where's that place there they got? Go to the Arab world, yeah? See, the Arab world, the women are in order. You know why? Because if they're not, they get stoned, they get put to death, yeah? But when, like I say, when the white man come into power, when Alexander the Freak, yeah? Because ever since the white man come out the caves, he's been let loose, you know what I mean, on this earth, doing all kind of terrors on people. Where you from, sir? Where you from? Somalia. Oh, Somalia, Mogadishu. Yeah, you guys are warriors. You run Americans out. I know that. You guys are real warriors, bro. Mogadishu, bro. See them guys, they're Somalians, the Kushites. They run the Americans out of Somalia, yeah? Them mans are warriors, you understand? But we Israelites are the true warriors because we're going to take the white man down when the Lord comes. Come on, boss, you good?
Yeah.
What's your nationality, sir?
Africa.
You're African. One sec, let me ask you a question. No, walk about and ask you a question. Brother to brother. Why can't brothers and brothers discuss stuff?
No, I'm on the
Huh? I can't hear you. Alright, brother, so have a nice day. Right, because our people, they don't seem to realise that this society's falling apart. They always think that they're going to run to Whitey to get all their needs. Don't they know Whitey's society's falling apart? Whitey society is done. And now the prince of the air comes, Satan. So let's continue with the toxic masculinity, what these white people brought us. You've got to realise it goes back to way there, it goes back with the so-called white people. They weren't in power during them times, yeah? It's only recently they come out of the caves, yeah? You know, and Bloom's back. Coined that term Caucasian, which means cave dweller. Anyway, let's go back into toxic masculinity. It says here. Traditional stereotypes of men as social dominant, yeah? Socially dominant. So what did the Bible say about that? Let's see what the Bible says about being socially dominant. Let's go to Genesis. Genesis means the beginning, yeah? So let's go to the beginning. This is Genesis 3:16. And it says, this is Genesis 3:16, and it says, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows in thy conception. Right? When the woman's having pregnant, when the woman gets pregnant, yeah, she brings forth children in sorrow. They have to give them an epidural or something, a spine tap, to stop the pain. And that only come about by Eve going off. When Eve was supposed to stay in her lot, she decided to go over the head of Adam and adhere to the so-called white man today. Because he was a serpent. He's the serpent in the garden. Yeah? He's that same spirit on the earth. Because the body dies, but the spirit doesn't. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes. The flesh dieth, but the spirit goes back to the Most High. Right? And this is what these crackers, these Edomites, don't teach their children. Well, in Cambridge and Oxford, they teach them in these prestigious institutions. They teach them, but they just teach us about we was monkeys swinging on trees. You know what I mean? When we are the royalty of this earth, you know, not the Queen, and these devils, we are the royal people, the Israelites, yeah? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? It says it. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows in thy conception. In sorrows thou shalt bring forth children. That's why a woman needs an epidural. Yeah? If you look at nature, do you hear a dog screaming when it's bringing forth his pups? You don't hear it screaming. Do you hear any animal screaming when they're bringing forth life? No, only the woman screams because she was out of order when she went over Adam's head. So the Lord put a curse on the woman when she was bringing forth children. Yeah? But that's why we can't have white people in power no more. They have to cease from power because they've turned everything upside down. And when the one they call Jesus Christ comes back, a black guy by the way, then they would have our people believe that there is no God. Because our people don't believe. What if they do believe in Jesus? What colour is Jesus, sister? Huh? No, look up here. I can't hear you whisper. I don't. What colour is Jesus? What do you mean? Wait, one second. Did Jesus walk the earth?
Of course he did.
So we had to have a colour then, didn't he? Or was he invisible? So what you said, there's not no colour then. See what I mean? You're destroyed because you come off a slave ship and you still got the slave mentality. You have to shake yourself out of the dust. Yeah? But it's not really talking to the black woman. She's gone. She's a part of this society. If you know about what the white man did, he used the black woman against the black man. You know about that, innit? Divide and conquer, innit? It's a good tactic, innit? See, the Edomite woman knows that. It is, innit? See, she knows. The Edomite woman knows that. So they walk around knowing that we're destroyed. They destroyed us. But they ain't going to tell our people. Because that's not their job. Their job is to keep destroying us. And the black woman, she destroys the black child, the son. Yeah? Same thing as in Egypt. Toxic masculinity. It's trickled down to the Israelite woman. Well, let's not talk about her because her judgment is coming. The black woman's judgment is coming. All these women's judgment is coming because they're not in their right order. They sleep with all kind of different men. They're supposed to have one man throughout their whole life. They've got all different semen floating around in them. Yeah? And that's out of order. Right? And it says here, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrows in thy conception. In sorrows thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Right? This is Genesis. This is one of the books of the law. Yeah? A woman is supposed to be ruled over by a righteous man, a husband, yeah? Not by a nigger, weed smoking, drug dealing, you know? A nonsensical person. A godly, wise man.